Hey everyone, we are on our way to the Bushcraft shelter. It is really slow going today. It's muddy, it's slushy. You can see there's barely any snow left behind me. It's really slow going. I'll show you as I go, but there are puddles that are about 2 feet deep. My right foot is already soaked, so I have about half an hour left to get there. It's probably going to take me double that, and I'll show you a bit on the way, and I'll see you guys when I get there. I'm definitely not walking on that. I have no idea how deep that is, and that's for sure going to cave in as I walk on it, so I'm going to make my way around. That lake is just a few minutes off trail. That was completely frozen last time I was here. It's such a mild winter that it's incredible. So we've made it. It was very slow going. My foot went through two spots that look solid. Went through twice. The same foot, the right foot. It is wet. Luckily I bring extra socks for when I go sleep, so it'll be miserable right now, but at least I'll have warm feet when I go sleep. It's luckily not that cold outside. It's right above freezing, a bit above freezing. So that won't be an issue tonight. I am gonna start with my beer. I think I deserve that after that hike in. I do have a second beverage for dinner, and it's not a beer, it's actually a soda, so I'll talk about that then. And for now, this is a brewery from Ontario. This is Redneck Lager from Redneck Brewing Co., and it's a lager, so cheers guys. Lagers are always a good choice if you guys want a easy drinking beer. I don't know what happens in that canister, but every time I open a beer, it's like someone just shook it up. But yeah, I was saying if you want just an easy drinking, tasty beer, lager's never a bad choice. It's probably my go-to choice. I'm not sure what to get. The plan for today, it's not going to be very cold, but it's supposed to be really windy overnight. It's a little bit windy now, nothing too crazy, but it is supposed to be windy overnight. So I did bring a tarp to cover up this doorway. I did bring one last time I was here and I just didn't set it up. It wasn't necessary, but today I think I will, because I think the wind will be an issue in the morning. Yeah, do that. I will gather a little bit of wood. I did bring some in. I didn't want to, but it's been raining for almost 2 weeks now, on and off, and everything here is soaked. So I do see one over there that's standing upright. There might be another one somewhere else. I'll try to grab a few and gather a little bit of wood, but I just didn't want that to be an issue today. So we got that. We got a meal. Our meal is from IKEA. I was there a few days ago and I figured, why not? The beverage is also from IKEA. It's a Swedish drink, so we're gonna have that as well. That's basically the plan. I was hoping to do another camp here in the winter with snow, but that just didn't happen, guys. So I'm hoping to get one more. We usually get at least one more snowstorm or snowfall when everyone thinks it's done. And at this point, I'm kind of hoping for 2 of those, but who knows? So I'll talk more about that later. For now, I'm going to gather some wood and get the fire pit going, which, again, I'll talk about that fire pit. It's apparently not even a fire pit. It's a dryer drum. I didn't realize that last time I was using it, and then when I was editing the video, I was looking at and I said, it's not a fire pit. So it is a dryer drum. We'll get that going, get our dinner going. Pretty simple camp, guys. You know how it is. forgot I even left some fire starter here last time. Alright, let's go gather some firewood. I'm having a hard time finding some dry wood. I did find a few pieces that are really nice and dry, so this will be my main wood. I am going to start the fire with some pieces that I brought in, but most of the trees and the branches you see down are actually from a recent storm, so none of them are really dry, and it's been raining since then, so everything is just soaked. So what I'm going to do is start a fire with what I have, sop that big piece, gather some smaller pieces and lay them around the fire to dry. And there's also a pile right there, I'll show you. It looks like the cutoffs and the burnt ends of leftover campfires, so I'll be throwing those in as well. They're probably not super dry, but they're probably drier than the stuff I'm finding in the puddles of water ever in the forest. So that is the plan. We get dinner started. This here is a little micro sparker. Haven't had the chance to try it, so why not today? I'll mess around with this more in summer. plan with that little setup is, first of all, I don't think those big pieces are going to dry out at all. I feel like they've been there for years in those leaves, so chances of them drying out, they might burn tonight. I don't know. But the plan is for the branches on top to dry out, catch fire, and then when they burn in the middle, they'll fall into the fire. Might not work. I don't know. But let me get the gear. I brought very minimal gear today. I'll show you as I go. Seeing as I already had the shelter set up, I brought basically the minimum that I needed. So here's my cook kit. Got my food. It is already cooked. I just have to melt it basically. Not really melt it, but reheat it. Have a tarp. This is what I plan on setting up in front of the doorway. Still debating if I want to, but I think it would be a smart idea to do it. So, sleeping pad. You guys have seen that basically on every camp. Pillow. This is the Sea Summit one. Look how compact this is, guys. Not only is it compact, but it's comfortable too. It's a mix of inflatable, and then it already also has like a sort of fabric on top that makes it comfortable. So, looking for a pillow. It is quite expensive, but it's been pretty good. If I want a compact pillow, it's my go-to. Also have a sleeping bag in there, but it's kind of hard to get out. It's the Mountain Warehouse one I've been using. Still trying it out. Let me get this out first. Got some water too, guys. There's always water involved. I know I don't talk about it often, but I don't only drink beer. There's also water involved. Sometimes coffee. I didn't even bring any coffee today. Get it out. Imagine thinking that I got the sleeping bag because it was compact. There we go. There we go. There you have it. It is easier if you take the sleeping bag out of the compression sack and you just stuff it in the backpack. It ends up filling in all the gaps and everything. And I do that sometimes, but for storage reasons at home, it's just simpler to keep everything in the bags. It's not the ideal way to store a sleeping bag, but just makes everything easier for me, and that's how I do it. Alright, wood is chopped. I'm about to get dinner started. I'm just getting some coals ready for now. Remember when I said there was no more snow and I didn't expect any for a while? I'm going to turn the camera around and then take a look. I wasn't expecting this. I'm also not complaining, but I did not expect this at all today. It's not very much, but it's more than I've seen in the past 2 weeks, and it's more than I was expecting at all for the rest of the season. And with that, as I was looking out there, I just saw what looked like a dog go by in the distance, but I didn't see a human, so I'm wondering if it's a coyote. There are some in this area. They've never bothered me, but I know they're here. I hear them sometimes, and keep an eye out for that. Hopefully not, but we'll see. One coyote I'm not worried about. A pack of them, we'll see how that goes. A little bit of bad news. I will be reducing my camping uploads to once every second week. The other weeks will be something outdoors, hiking, kayaking, stuff like that. I just haven't had much time to do those things. And I do want to do this for a long time. I want to keep it enjoyable. I want to keep it casual. And I feel like that'll be a more sustainable rate going forward. That being said, winter, I will always try to put out a video a week because I genuinely like winter camping much more. But yeah, I was hoping to tell you guys this in April, but with the weather we've had, it's just been terrible. I actually had to cancel my last 2 trips. One of them was that island where I went ice fishing. I got all my gear ready last week. I got there. I did not feel comfortable to cross that ice, so I just kind of canceled the trip and went fishing instead. And the other one was a hot tent video I had planned, and I just couldn't camp in this forest because it's a swamp everywhere. So that's what I'll be doing, alternating camping and something else outdoors. I think it'll be a much more sustainable way to go forward with this. Like I said, I do want to keep this casual, so that's what I'll be doing, guys. And time to get dinner started. And dinner tonight is from IKEA, so here I have frozen mashed potatoes and pre-cooked frozen meatballs. I swear guys, their food actually isn't that bad. I've actually gone to IKEA just to eat several times, and also brought some butter. So throw us all in there. It's all pre-cooked, so I really have to thaw it out and warm it up, so shouldn't be that bad. Let that do his thing, and in the meanwhile, this is the drink for tonight's dinner. It's not a beer, it's a hops and malt flavored soft drink, so there's no alcohol in this, and This is super interesting. It's from Sweden. There actually is a name for it. This is IKEA's version, but it's called... I'm going to put the name up there. I don't know how to say it. I think it's Julmust. I don't know, and I apologize if that's wrong, but it's a soda. It's sweet. How much sugar in here? 42 grams of sugar. So it is a soda, but it has the flavors of beer somehow. I was in Sweden about 6 years ago for the NHL Global Series. If you like hockey and you like traveling, that is the perfect excuse to go see a game. I'm a big fan of the Ottawa Senators, and they were playing the Colorado Avalanche 6 years ago. And it was just a perfect excuse to go travel and see a hockey game. So it was a really fun experience. If you guys are into hockey, definitely consider that. But all I have to say is I stopped at a convenience store, and I went to get a soda. For anyone who knows me, if you told me I could choose between beer or soda for the rest of my life, it would be a tough choice. I'd probably pick soda, to be honest. And I went to stop and get a Coke or a Pepsi. And I saw this drink. Not exactly this one, but the version they have in Sweden. It's normally right there around Christmas time. And then I drank it, and I could not put my finger on what it tastes like until I looked at the ingredients. And I said, this has like... Let me tell you. It has hops flavor and barley malt in there. There are flavors that a beer would have, and it was just super interesting. I'm going to try to describe it to you as I drink it, but if you ever have the chance, definitely take a chance and try it out. It's super interesting. I don't know if I could say I like it more than a Coca-Cola, but definitely worth trying. It's pretty good. I've heard that they actually give Coca-Cola, how do I say it? They see revenue decrease when this drink is out for Christmas. This one's actually different than the one I tried there. It's much sweeter, tastes much more like a soda would, whereas the other one was much more hoppier and maltier. But if you can get your hands on this, try it out, guys. It's super interesting. I don't know why, but I thought the potatoes would like fluff up more. One thing I can tell you is this is going to be much better than my dollar store meal where I had that canned turkey. Definitely better than that. if you could see that, but I set up diagonally this time. There's a few pieces missing here from the shelter, and my feet would hang over ever so slightly last time. So I set up diagonally. Hopefully not too much snow and rain come in. I am not going to set up that tarp like I said. All the wind is blowing sideways, so it's not really bothering me. I do have it on standby in case I do need it. I'm very lazy with my shelter setups. I basically set up the bare minimum to get by, and I will learn the hard way one day, but for now, the tarp's on standby. I have cordage ready, so it'll take me 2 minutes to rig it up if I do need, but for now I prefer to sleep with it open. That's one of the things I like about winter camping is you can just sleep in the open air like that. Time to sit by the fire and enjoy the rest of the night. Alright guys, I'm going to watch the fire go out. Normally in winter I have no problem crawling into bed and then just falling asleep with the fire barely going. There's nearly not enough snow for me to be comfortable with that tonight, so I'm going to watch it as it goes out, crawl into bed, and then unless the coyotes come bother me or I have to put up that tarp, I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning. So the snow stopped at around sometime after midnight, maybe 1 in the morning. It didn't bother me, the wind never got too bad, but I have been lounging around this morning and it's starting to pick up now, so that is my cue to get out of here. I don't have any coffee, I didn't bring any breakfast. I do have a bit of water left over and have this maple drink here, so I'm gonna mix this up, head on out. I am a bit hesitant to hike out. I mean, I have no choice either way, but I'm a bit hesitant because yesterday I could see where the wet spots were on the trail and the parts that I was sinking in. With the fresh snow, with the fresh snow I can't really see that now, so we will be taking it extra slow on the way back. This looks great, by the way. If you don't know what this is, it's a maple, sort of like, instead of a sports drink, it's a maple flavored energizing refuel drink. It tastes just like maple water. So there you go. I'm gonna clean up camp a bit, put the fire pit back, clean up the wood that I didn't burn, and then get on out of here, guys. I just want to say thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you in the next video.